Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nimai Pandit, Nimai Pandit, Vishvambara, Vishvambara, Nimai, Nitai, Nitai, Nimai, Nimai, Nitai, Vishvambara, 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 Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Jesus, Paul, Advaita, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Jesus, Paul, Advaita, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Jesus, Paul, Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Sri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Paul, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Paul, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Paul, John, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Paul, John, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. Reading from Chaitanya Bhagavat. I want to report Ramai's behavior too, please. Um, yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? Let's not have the government fight our battles. Anyway, we'll discuss it later. We'll discuss it later. We'll get to the bottom of this here. But this is good. This is okay. Let's talk about this a little bit. All right. First off, oops, what happened to you? Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just first off, I don't want to get into a discussion. I'm just going to say a couple of things right now, and then later we'll discuss it. I'm going to read. Okay. Yeah. Um, this is exorcism now time. This is stuff. These are big demons coming out of people. They probably didn't. A lot of them may not even know they're in there until they start coming out. And this is the power of bhakti, actually. This is why they were coming after Lord Caitanya. They got so angry because of what? Ecstatic devotion. Can you imagine? They were raging, raging. They wanted to take the house and throw it in the Ganga of Srivas because they just couldn't stand that ecstasy and misunderstood everything. So anyway, it's there's going to be a little bit of a phase of this. Okay. Anyway, we'll get more into that later. I don't want to get into a big discussion about it right now. Later. All right. See, this is Sri Mahaprabhu and Nityananda meet in Navadvip. All glories to Lord Vishwambara, the omnipotent Lord of all the living entities. All glories to Lord Caitanya and Advaita Prabhu, and all the pure devotees of the Lord who have captured him by their unalloyed devotion. All glories to Lord Caitanya and Advaita Prabhu, uh, um, and all the pure devotees of the Lord who have captured him by their unalloyed devotion. See, it's the only way to capture the Lord is through this unalloyed devotion. It's got to be pure. Eh? It has to be pure. And that's why the quickest way is by the association of the Lord's devotees. This is by far. That's why the Lord came with his devotees, so that people can quickly be purified. You see, there's a purification process. Just like like some people I noticed, River and was preaching to this guy. He sounds like a nice, reasonable guy, Indian, and he's reading Bhagavad Gita and all this. And he's in this same kind of mood that, well, Prabhupada wrote these books, and we can take. Many people are taking shelter of Prabhupada, and why? What's the problem? So anyway, the thing is, one thing to help people get clear about is basically what we're doing, how it's different than what Prabhupada was doing. It's just like you say, because not everybody wants to go into this platform. It's like him, that guy, and others. They just might want to stay worshiping the Lord on rituals. It's kind of safe for them. How people, they worship in rituals, and and this thing is a big jump for some people, but some people will want it. And even them, like if you explain to them nicely that um, that this is what we're doing, and that we actually need a teacher because it's another platform, and Prabhupada is authorized our teaching it if you're interested. Kind of like present it like. Otherwise, they kind of think if you don't get this really clear to people, they think, well, what do you? Prabhupada is teaching me enough. That's all I want to do. Is just I want to worship like this. I read Bhagavad Gita, and that might be enough for them. But then again, if you explain to them more clearly, they might, because their intelligence might kick in and say, "Oh, well, why not? Okay, what do I got to do?" So yeah, you're right. I think I would like a little bit more. And you show that, well, Prabhupada's teaching up to this point. You could see this, and now we're teaching the next platform. See, explaining things like that helps people understand what we're doing. And it's the same thing like if people are distributing our videos. Some just put them on all these groups. Oh my God. Actually, I never do that. I never just put them on all the groups. I don't even put them on my groups, which you guys keep doing. Some of you out there that you keep doing, I keep saying, don't do this. And you keep doing it. And then you put them on these groups of these Vaides, and they just right off see ecstatic chanting or me chastising gurus right off the bat without any background or anything. Is that really good preaching? See? So if you're going to pass out videos with all this confidential information, people need background. So, you can't just put it on these groups with thousands of devotees from ISKCON and they're all go crazy. And then they band together and they do weird things like some of them are doing now here. See, so one on one more. And if you want to do an ecstatic video, great. You put it on your timeline. People can come there and do it. But don't just put it on these groups, blanket ISKCON groups, and they just see Lalita Ganga or Johan and just going wild. Can you imagine? You have no background in this, and you see something going on like that. It's a bit much, and there are thousands of devotees on these groups. So we got to be a little bit smart. It's already backfired a little bit here. Yeah, go ahead, River.
Do I watch your classes on a regular basis?
Do you say that again?
Do I watch your classes on a regular basis?
Yeah, of course.
I have
Yeah,
never heard you say that, Maharaj. I've never
yeah,
heard you say, do not put these on another group. That is my truth. I've never heard you say that. I don't put them on people's groups. I do not put them on people's groups. I
yeah.
don't
But
do
you
that
see, but you're
personally, but
not the
I've never.
only. Listen, listen. You're taking this too personally, like this is for you. It doesn't mean I'm talking to a public here. This is a public video. We have many members that are doing that. See,
Okay.
many members are. So it's not if this doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you. And anyway, I told people that don't do it on my groups, and so maybe it needs to be a little more clear on public groups because this we got some backlash today, and
Right.
it's devotees getting threatened and stuff like that. So now we just need to be a little more wise on that. And that goes for like Shamaguri, who likes to put anything anywhere and everywhere. You just got to, just understand the kind of preaching we're doing. And just kind of one on one. If you want to pass one of these videos, pass it to somebody that you have some relationship with and you can talk to. Or you can put it on one person and they can see it. And then, at least you can handle one person at a time. But to get a whole group of people against us, I mean, that's, it's like getting a mob thing. We got three or four these people that are band together from a group, and so anyway, hopefully you get the point. I mean, come on, whoever's out there, just don't put these are confidential videos on public ISKCON groups where they're doing Vaidhi Bhakti. That's all. You don't want to put a person right off the bat doing ecstatic chanting that they don't have any understanding about without personally dealing with it. One on one is different. See, so I mean, you could put this on a person's timeline, and they'll tell you, "Hey, what are you doing here?" and all that. Then you talk to them, and it starts a relationship. You could say, "Oh, well, this is what we do," and you handle it on like case per case basis. Does that make sense, there, River? Or?
Yeah, Maharaj, it makes sense.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Then it's like saying, in a way, it's like saying we haven't got Krishna. If they're gonna, we haven't got Krishna because they're doing all of these things. I've heard they're gonna send some soldiers around. That's what I've just heard. Then we haven't got the power of Krishna. We're not sheltered by Krishna. That's my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong, and you can explain it. We don't have the power of the shelter of Krishna then. They can do this. There's so many of them. They can do this. They know about us, and it's bringing stuff out. And you know what? That anger, that purification can kill us. It can kill people. Okay, we don't die, but they can kill our bodies. That purification
Yeah.
can really do that, Maharaj.
Yeah. Well, what I'm talking about is handling the fire more carefully. When you're making a fire, it can't be like super intensity. I mean, because people get literally burned. It doesn't have to be. See, so and what I'm saying is not just. Of course, we got Krishna's protection. I, it's just using the intelligence of how to preach this, how to make bridges and transition people. It's if you okay. Here, the point is, put yourself in a position. You're a Vaidhi Bhakta, and you're taught a certain way, and somebody puts you a video of a person in ecstasy, crying and laughing and laughing like a madman, and you've never even read anything about this or any no instruction at all. It totally blows people's minds. So all I'm saying, one on one, you could do it better. If you put this on somebody's timeline, one person at a and then they come back and say, "What is this?" And you can talk to them and explain to them. See? Here, you put it on a group. There are hundreds, sometimes thousands of Vaishnavas on a group, and they just get a whole big mob. I mean, don't we want to be around for a while? I mean, come on, man. Just saying, be smart about it. That's all. This is the way to do it. A way, I'm just learning as we go. As we, this is we're having some feedback, and so you could modify. Um, I mean, and like if you put Johan's video on a strict Vaidhi bhaktas, and they have no context for this. So we do the best we can. Nothing's going to be perfect. There's going to be trouble, because that's just switching levels. So that's all I'm saying.
So Maharaj, can you just clarify something?
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, because of the and we're not this, I know that, but we are like Arjuna. It's like the battle of Kurukshetra, where we have Krishna, we have the shelter of Krishna, and they have thousands and thousands of devotees, but they don't have Krishna. Kuruna's downstairs going, everybody has Krishna, everybody has Krishna. Do we actually have that kind of protection that Arjuna had with Krishna on his side against all of those irreligious royalties that were all preaching irreligion? Because these Vaidis are preaching irreligion. They're not preaching
Yeah,
truth.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, and
So
as I say, just do
I
it
just
one
want to
on
know that.
one. What is it? Yeah, what is this thing? What do you want to have a big war with hundreds of devotees against our little group? Doesn't make sense. Come on, you got to be a good strategist.
But
It
then
doesn't
I'm
make
naive.
sense to go. Yeah,
Then I am very naive, Maharaj, because I'm
yeah,
there thinking, I'm not doing this. I don't do this to a huge degree, like fight with them. But then I'm naive, thinking that we are a small group compared to those big mobs, which they are. After the behavior that I've heard recently,
yeah.
I just thought we had the shelter of we have the
Of
shelter of
course.
Krishna.
Yeah, we have the shelter, but you got intelligence too. That's Krishna gives you intelligence. Give me intelligence. Think of me like a strategist, a general, on this thing.
Okay.
And we're using a strategy in the war. Even when they were fighting the war, they had strategy.
Okay.
Prabhupada had a strategy. It's just not like, hey, let's go, barbarians. What do you think? Hey, we can have a
I
little
think I'm naive,
connection.
Maharaj. I'm sorry. I'm a bit naive.
We're not barbarians, The barbarians come out, "Ah, do
I did
or
something.
die."
I have to
Woo!
apologize. I did something really naughty today.
Oh,
Really naughty.
really naughty.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Do
might
I
get us
want
into
to?
it might get us into more trouble. And it is a bit barbarian.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, what to do, man? We just do the best we can.
I won't do
I
it
mean,
again. I
yeah,
won't do
yeah,
it again. But I
yeah.
don't
Don't
know what
even
the
tell me. I don't even want to hear it. You might get depressed or something.
I was so fired up, Maharaj. There's so many things that have happened today.
Yeah, I know. Just today, it was
I know,
amazing.
but it's not just that stuff that you know about, but other stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah, I bet.
Oh gosh.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, the whole world is going through a big thing today. Yeah, I was over at Maria. Maria is also she's going through it. She's whoa, all this stuff, and she's feeling really good. Her healing power is getting stronger now. Even Lolita was a bit impressed. It's like yes, so yeah. So anyway, it's powerful time. It's power, and actually, what we're doing here is this is a good sign. When Maya reacts like that, oh. This becomes like a Jesus trip, man. Very, they might be nailing Bill Hari to the cross soon. Boom! Get this guy. Put a crown of thorns on that guy, man.
I'm sorry, Maharaj. I'm sorry. I didn't think. I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry.
don't be. Nothing. We're all learning new things. Now's the time. Andromeda's ready for war. She goes, "Now's the time, divine time. Yeah, let's kick ass, man."
Kick ass. It's like it's like a film.
It's like a film. Yeah, it is.
Oh my God, Maharaj.
Yeah,
What to
yeah.
do?
It's like a film. Yeah. All right. So anyway, let's see. Do I want to read this? Yeah, maybe. I think so. Yeah. The devotees repeatedly floated on waves of transcendental bliss. Why don't you read some of this? You got your
What
book
are you
there?
reading? Which one are you reading? Yeah.
Majikanda chapter 3. We'll just read for a little while because it's a little bit late here, probably for you guys too. So we'll just do it for a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry, chapter 3.
Yeah. It's already a great class. Tuka says. Well, it's getting juicy, man. The fire is igniting. Yeah,
I
one
just
devotee said, What do you want? War or something? You want war? Oh, you want war? Oh, I said, well, I
we'll
don't
give
know.
you a war.
Maybe.
I'm not scared,
Yeah, no,
but I've been a bit taken back about it.
Yeah, I
Like, let me
know.
just look at it all.
Yeah.
Which page, Maharaj, in chapter 3?
Yeah. And Majikanda, chapter 3,
Oh,
270.
okay.
Let's start at the beginning.
Okay. Thank you, Maharaj. All glories to your lotus feet. Thank you so much. Sri Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda meet in Navadvip. All glories to Lord Vishwambar, the omnipotent supreme Lord of all living entities. He is the beloved Lord of Nityananda Prabhu and Gadaha Prabhu. I'm sorry, my voice is a bit croaky today. Gadaha Pandit. All glories to Lord. All glory to Lord Caitanya, Advaita Acharya Prabhu, and all the pure devotees of the Lord who have captured him by their honor, Lord devotion. My dear Lord Caitanya, I am a very wretched and miserable person. Please, please awaken within me the mood of devotion and redeem me from the ocean of material nations.
You
Krishna
know,
number
you
10.
know, when Nityananda was here, I was just listening to this part in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and so Nityananda got the order from Lord Chaitanya to go and preach and manifest ecstatic devotion in the world and teach about it. And so he did. And what he did was he taught about the qualities of Lord Chaitanya and his names and his pastimes, just because so powerful to awaken this bhakti. I mean, look at River. She has these symptoms. This is by Lord Chaitanya's mercy. And so, see, Lord Chaitanya, once you get this potency inside, then you're qualified to awaken this in others. This is how the Lord passed it on then. It's that easy now. See, this is what Prabhupada, started the foundation and everything. But now you can pass this on because that potency is in you now, and that's why it's passed on from one person to another. But you have to have these symptoms, otherwise you can't do it. See? And so and when you're preaching, you need to preach more about Lord Chaitanya, just like Lord Nityananda did. That's how they all did it. They were actually, this is not so clear in the Krishna consciousness movement. They're doing a lot of Krishna, 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 this, that. But it's actually, we need, by Lord Chaitanya's grace, you get connected with Radha and Krishna. And matter of fact, when I was in India, in Mayapur, there's these Goswami groups. They never say anything about Radha and Krishna because they know to teach about Lord Gaura first. And then they'll never, their whole lives, they're just teaching about Lord Chaitanya. They said, no, it's too confidential, Radha and Krishna. But personally, I don't think they really most of them really have a connection. They're more external Goswamis, they're just kind of in the family seminal thing. So they don't have the power. And I remember one admitted that. He just said, listen, we're just kind of on the outside of the thing and we've been born into this, but we don't have this potency. But can you imagine you teach about Lord Chaitanya and you do have the potency, you're going to get results. That's when we get results here. So everybody should remember that. And that's why a lot of people, they teach Radha Krishna. And that, Prabhupada also, he taught a lot about Krishna, right? Worship of Radha and Krishna. Also Lord Chaitanya, of course. But actually now this is very, very important for the growth of the devotees now to make this next phase. If they just go right into Radha Krishna worship, they won't get this ecstasy. They got to get purified by this process here, Gauranga Lila, and in the association of real Gaur Bhaktas who've gotten this mercy. I mean, look how easy it is. I mean, relatively. Look at River, just she reads these pastimes and it awakens God in her. That's amazing, Uh, you know, that's what you got to think about when you're going through tough times. You think, wow, look at this. Just remember this, how fortunate you are, Okay, go ahead there, River.
Can I just ask something, Maharaj?
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know if it's in this pastime, but it's that pastime where Nityananda has just received, I think is where he puts the garland on Lord Chaitanya and not on, because they want to do a puja for
Yeah, on
Nityananda.
Veda Vyas.
Yeah. And yeah, and Nityananda rolling around because he shows him his four-handed form, I think. Lord
Yeah,
Chaitanya shows him, and Nityananda rolling on the ground.
shows
And
a six-handed form.
six-handed form because they're both the Lord. And he says, Lord Chaitanya says to him, get up off the floor, stop rolling around on the floor, you got to go and preach.
He said that? Where did he say that? I didn't remember seeing that.
He doesn't, he says, come off I don't know if it's in that one, but he says, come off, stop rolling around, not in my words, but stop rolling. How are you going to preach if you're just in that ecstasy?
I didn't
You can't
see that
remember
there.
that?
I think you're totally, no, that's definitely not there. I read
Okay.
that pastime so many times. I mean, we could look right now, matter of fact. Let's look at it now. That's
It
in,
might not be in that one, Maharaj. I might have
yeah.
got the wrong pastime.
Oh, well, yeah.
I said it might not be
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
pastime.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
so the
no,
thing
it's
is,
not
what
in
I'm
this.
saying,
It's not. No, it's in. Well, it's not in this chapter, but I know what chapter it's in. Um, it's the Vyasa Puj one. It's coming up actually pretty close here. Did you read it in this book?
I read it in a pastime in this book. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just go right to it. I know where that is. Vyasa Puj of Nityananda.
I thought it was that one anyway.
Yeah, here it
But it
is.
was okay.
So Chaitanya bent down to lift Nityananda up from the ground, saying, Nityananda, please get up and steady your mind. Listen to the chanting of the holy name that you have begun. The reason you descended to this material world is to propagate the chanting of the holy name. And now you have perfectly succeeded in this mission.
Okay.
Yeah. What more do you want? You are the absolute proprietor of the treasure house of Krishna Prem. So, see, now, there's so many wonderful points here. See, you are the treasure house of Krishna Prem. See, all the devotees become like that, the storehouse of ecstatic devotion when you get this mercy. And if you that's how they link to the storehouse Nityananda. See, storehouse. It's the house where prema is. You notice? See why you need a living devotee? Just like that devotee, that Swaram or Swarat. He's studying Bhagavad Gita, right? See, if he knew, say, well, we're here to help people get this Krishna Prem, which is on another platform. And the way you get it is through the devotees. And that goes right, you teach everybody like that. And you got to go to the storehouses. See, you're becoming a store. The Krishna Prem is stored in you. The Lord stores it in you. You're collecting it. You're like you never seen those silos in like in America or anywhere where they put grain in. They go out and harvest and they put grain in there, right? We become like that. We're the storehouses for this bhakti. We collect it every day here. See, all this ecstatic chanting the devotees are doing. You're becoming you're like more, you're storing the storehouse of this prem. You think it just dissipates somewhere? No. It goes in and stays in. See? And then you distribute it out to the devotees. See, you awaken it. People get it. So that's why you need a living devotee to do that. See, so people that think all I need are Prabhupada's books, well, you can even ask them, do you have Krishna Prem? They might say, well, I don't know. What is that? And then you can have a conversation. You know? What more do you want? You are the absolute proprietor of the treasure house of Krishna Prem, the embodiment of sublime devotional love. See, you got to be an embodiment of that. Is it in body? See, embodied? Is it in your body? So simple, man. No one can receive Krishna Prem unless and until you distribute such nectar. See, and there you go. People say, don't show, don't show. Well, that's why people don't have it now until here. See, they didn't get it with Prabhupada. He wasn't distributing it. See? It wasn't that time. Bhakti Siddhanta also. Bhakti Vinod either. Yeah. But Gohari Das, oh, look, it's just being distributed. You're getting it. See, nobody can get it unless we distribute it. So that's why we cause trouble. That's why there's a bit of a war, right? They don't understand it. They say, wait a second, man. What are you doing, man? This is you're rocking the boat, man. Everything was going nicely in this Maya. See, nobody will get it unless you distribute it. You see, and why the Lord said, unless you're a little more wild, Nityananda, you see, we have to be like that. That's why Prabhupada says, yeah, it's my approval. You got to be a little more wild. Go out there. We got to do this. We got to do it. But of course, you got to, sometimes because we have a powerful tool, the internet. It's powerful, man. So you got to gauge that power. You use it properly. It's like a robot that could be really strong, right? So it's got to be careful. You got to be careful how much pressure you use because it's everything's leveraged there. So our potency, this is already potent, and then we leverage it on this internet because look, one camera could hit thousands of houses, millions, maybe billions. Yeah. Yes. What more do we want? What more do you want, Nityananda? What more do you want there, River? No one can receive Krishna Prem unless you distribute it. See, distribute it. You got to distribute it. Not the Ramai way. What is this Ramai's way? He said, well, we distribute it by not distributing it. What is it? Doesn't even make sense. Oh, well, we got a new way. It's called the checklist way. We make a new checklist of how we That's why Nityananda was ecstatic externally, unless he distributed that. That's how he distributed like that, externally. And people look and that's how they learn, they ask questions. That's what the reason why I say, if you pass one video out to one person on your timeline or something, and then they say, "What is this?" Okay, now you can explain a little bit to that one person instead of a crazed mob. All of a sudden everybody's going, get that River Yamuna. She's a wild woman, man. She's insane, laughing and crying. Get her, man. Yeah, better like that. Therefore, please get up. So here's what he says: Get up. Please get up. Look around you. Glance mercifully upon your beloved associates. See, that's the secret, man. If you have an ecstatic devotee as your associate, oh my God. No, you're guaranteed. That's why I keep saying, man, you're guaranteed. What is this? If you have intimate association with an ecstatic devotee, you're gonna get it. Yeah. That's why people get it here. Yeah. Some devotees, like one said, I wish I had more bhakti. But you got to understand, you want more bhakti. Well, only have faith in devotees. Just stay. If anybody says I'll tell you how you get more bhakti. Don't associate intimately with mundane people. Don't take their energy on. Don't believe in their paths. Don't believe in that stuff, and just only associate intimately. I mean, externally, I associate with all kinds of people, but I don't take their intimate as I don't believe in what they teach. I don't believe in what they say. I believe only in the principles of ecstatic love. That's the only thing important. See? And then your bhakti will increase. Yeah. It goes for people who leave here. A lot of times they leave here because they're contaminated by belief in people on another platform of devotional service. Maybe do devotional service in the mode of goodness. Or they believe in Prabhupada's preaching on that level. So they go back to that. Yeah. So, anyway, my voice is done and I think I need to go because it's getting late here. I need to make some food and stuff. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, River.
Thank you,
You're
Maharaj.
doing great, everybody. Thank you. Hang in there. If there's trouble starting, that's Krishna. And that means we're proof of potency.
Okay. Hare Krishna.